everyone, William John Ray back with another episode of Design and Invest. Today I'm running around doing a bunch of errands, meeting with contractors, things like that. First, I got a hot lead from one of my local sales reps that they're having a blowout sale at one of my local sort of go-to companies. This is Import Collection. They're not open to the public, unfortunately. It's a wholesale only joint, but they have a whole back room of accessories. Well, they sell accessories and small items, and right now I think we have close to 60 homes out there fully staged. That's between my Airbnbs and my actual staging company stages. But we need a lot of inventory right now. Things are really busy, and we're gonna go in and see what kind of sales they're having. Possibly meeting with one of my sales reps, Deborah, who keeps me on the radar. She's one of those old school sales ladies that just like picks up the phone and just makes it happen. I appreciate that more than anything. When somebody actually calls me, you know, it goes over a lot better than text and emails and random spam stuff. She is a great sales rep, and she's dialed in with a lot of local vendors on buying you know, wholesale. So let's go check out what they have and then run around for the day. Okay, so basically what I'm doing here at Import Collection is just checking out what they have. A lot of the stuff here is samples that never made their collection, that they're just sort of liquidating, or ones that got sort of broken up, you know, from sets, and just a, you know, hodgepodge of sort of go back items, returned items, things like that. But they're steals. I mean, these are already wholesale. It's a wholesale company, but on top of that, these are like half price of the wholesale. So I mean, you take an item like this, perhaps, you know, like this candle holder. This is probably, you know, wholesale $20. Here maybe $10, you know what I mean? Like, so you get a really good deal, and you can just sort of load up your car and go. Don't really have time to stay here, but I wanted to see what they have, jam through real quick, say hi to my sales rep Deborah, and bounce off to the next place. Alright, so now we're at a property in the Melrose district. This is an 8-unit small lot. I'm meeting my closet guy here. He's going to help give a bid to the developer of this property, and I need to do some design work on these closets and help them out. These are going to sell for about $2 million each. There's 8 of them, and there's a lot of development up and down this neighborhood. It's all about area over here. I mean, these are 2,000 square foot condos, which, you know, are not oversized, you know, by any means, but they're a really good size for condos. A little more bang for your buck for this neighborhood, for sure. But Melrose is right down the street, and you are in the heart of all the action. This is the best small lot location I've ever seen and ever been a part of, and we'll show you why. These views are also incredible. It checks a lot of boxes, so we got to make sure to bring it on the design side of things for the closets. We can't just do ordinary shelf and pole here. You got to actually do custom closets for everything. We're even going to do custom doors for the front of them as well, instead of sliders and things like that, which I've done in the past, and it looks a lot better this way. So let's go meet the cabinet guy, or the closet guy, and give you a little tour. I just got really big news. It's the end of the day. I'm just winding down. I've been working on a deal for the past, I would say, about 3 weeks, and it's just come to fruition, and we have an agreement. So basically, I'm gonna lay it out for you. I just bought, I would say, north of $200,000, maybe $250,000 worth of art, and from really famous artists, accessories, African sculptures, the whole shebang, for $30,000. It's a big purchase for me, but at the same time, it's a really important purchase. I have the feelers out there. People know that I buy furniture, I buy art, I buy all kinds of stuff, and I'm always looking for a deal, looking for a lot sale, things like that. This particular project was brought to me by somebody who I know very well, and he said, hey, one of his buddies has a dad who used to have an art gallery. He used to collect art his whole life. He collected art very much like me. The guy was into architecture. He was a formally trained architect, and he just amassed this collection throughout his lifetime. And he had a proper gallery and the whole shebang. When he passed away, his kids had no interest in the art. They had no interest in any of that stuff. He has probably 1,000 books, art books, architecture books, books on cultures, like cultural anthropology, things like that I'm very, very into. I majored in history, art, and architecture, and so that I speak that language. And so I heard that, and I was like, okay, well, let's go check it out. And so the guy told me that he had his dad's whole collection. He had sold, he had a couple of Orozcos, Diego Rivera's, really important figures, and he sold those off for like $500,000 each. And so I know that his dad was a big player. And so this guy doesn't really know what he has. He also I don't really know some of the artists that he has in his collection, but he contacted me and said that he had this lot for sale, and I'll show you some videos of it right now. Just based on what I see and just the books alone, if I wanted to just liquidate this stuff, I could do it for $100,000 plus easily in my sleep. But I'm not going to do that. This is kind of an opportunity for me to up my game in the staging world, use pieces that are one of a kinds for staging, but take the really the treasures of the bunch and keep those for my private collection, which I've been collecting art for a long time now, and I have some really important pieces by local, up and coming artists and ones that have already established themselves. But this is like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000 artists and some of them were passed away long since. And so I was able to negotiate this deal and get this whole collection. This guy had the collection already sold to somebody else for the past 5 years. He bought it for $250,000. The guy paid down, I think, like $120,000 worth of it and just fell off the map. He gave him an opportunity to finish paying it. The guy couldn't, so he said, okay, look, I've been paying rent on this forever. I just want it done. It's not his profession. He has no interest in it, like I said. But he wants to make sure it goes to a good home because it's his father. This is his father's passion. His whole life he lived for this art. And so I will respect it. I'm not going to sell one of the books. I'm going to keep all the books. I'm going to keep most of the art. The stuff that speaks to me, I'm keeping. I don't care how much it's worth. I'm keeping it. The stuff that doesn't speak to me, I can sell. I can easily get $30,000 for the stuff that I'm not interested in. By liquidating those pieces, and that will pay for the lot. The rest will be gravy. Wait until you see this stuff. I'm going to catalog it and show later post on it once I have it in my possession and at my warehouse. But here's a glance of it. It's beautiful. I freaking scored. And you always have to have your ear to the ground. Opportunities will come if people know that you are a buyer and know that you're serious and you're not just going to talk. So be about it. Don't talk about it. And remember, design, invest, and repeat.